Good evening, everyone. Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. Welcome to my craft room. How are you doing? Come on in, grab a beverage, relax. We're going to do some fun creating tonight. I can't find one of the dies we're using. I just had it. It's here somewhere. This is how my world is. I start creating and I get messy and I lose stuff. And when I find it again, we say found it and we take a sip of our beverage. So I have delicious ice water in my cup tonight. What's in your cup? I'm going to start a sip already because I've lost something. And gosh, we've got to be able to find it, right? It was like seriously right here. Okay. We'll find it. If not, we've got other ones we can use. So how are you doing, everyone? Got Gatorade in your cup? Awesome. I have the project sheet email is about to go out. So if you're not currently subscribed to the project sheet email, we are going to be doing the WV card that I did in the last video. That's this one right here. So it opens up like that. You can see, well, it's upside down. Okay, so you can see, if I turn the card upside down, you can see, camera's this way, the W there, and then the V insert below. So that's the WV Fun Fold card. So that one is going out in the next project sheet email. If you haven't subscribed already, you can subscribe right here at SueStampfield.com. Click on subscribe, and you'll be all set. Gosh, I hope we can find it. So crazy. So crazy. Do you ever do that where you lose stuff? Makes me nuts. And did you know this month is National Crafting Month? March is National Craft Month. So in my Sue Stampfield Facebook group, by the way, anyone is welcome to come and hang out with us over there. We are talking crafts. So the other day I had posted about what was the first craft that you remember doing? Most of us were kids when we started crafting. I think for me, it was sewing with Campfire Girls. We did a sewing project. So let me know in the comments, what was your first crafting thing? And today we moved on to organization because clearly I need a lot of that. So today we were talking about how people store their papers, both their cardstock and their pretty papers. So there's a lot of comments going on over there. So let's go ahead. Heck yeah, Terry, you're with me on this losing stuff today. You tried it. You tried the WV today, Mabel. Awesome. And it worked. Yay. So fun. So fun. Knitting, weaving pot holders, all the things, right? I love paper crafting because I can make a finished project. I can make a finished project in a very short amount of time. Now, I can also spend a lot of time on certain cards because I enjoy it. It's fun and I want to make it like a really wow card. But with cards, there's a wide range, right? You can do quick, you can do more involved, totally up to you. When you do quilting, at least for me, yeah, I don't get the immediate gratification that I do when I make a card. So that's what I love about card making and paper crafts is that that immediate payoff of getting something fun. And then I gift it to somebody else, right? So we send those cards and so they do double duty. Not only they give us a creative outlet, help us relax a little bit, but they also can help others bring joy to their lives. So by just letting them know that we care and getting that handmade card in the mail. So let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm going to flip my camera. By the way, shout out to my Stampfield Stars team members. Hey team, my direct team. Those are the people who I'm their, they joined either with me or I'm their next active upline. The packets for our team adventure on Friday went out. The local peoples went out yesterday and the long distance ones went out today because those went out by priority mail. So keep an eye out for those, and our video will be on Friday night. So I'll be emailing out the link again, but it is in your email box. So that's for my team. These are people who, many of my team members are passionate paper crafters. They love Stampin' Up! Products and they wanted that discount. So they joined the team. Some of them actually also do classes. They just love what they do so much. They want to share it with others and spread the joy of paper crafting, right? Which is so fun. So I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera. Embroidery when you were 7. Awesome. All right. Cooking is a craft. Sure. Cooking, and also I would say interior design would be something using the creative side, right? Cooking, I tend to follow the recipe exactly. So I don't get super creative in my cooking, but some people certainly do. So, uh-oh. Welcome to my world, friends. This is what we're looking at today. We have a desk under here somewhere, but it is buried in stuff. I didn't even clean my desk for you. I'm so bad. Oh, goodness. All right. So we just another quick little peek at the card that is Susan, they can't see the card because of all your stuff. Well, yeah, I know, but I had to make stuff. Okay. I am talking to myself tonight. We are in trouble, friends. I'm going to turn on some lights because it seems a little dark to me. I'm realizing that I don't have all the things turned on here. So let's see if we can get it a little brighter so you can see better. So this is the WV. We've got a rogue rhinestone that has decided to add itself to my desk, and I don't really want it on my desk right now. So, you know what? I'll put it on a Sue Stampfield Found It coaster. How about that? There, we'll just embellish the heck out of that. There, I can put my beverage on it now. So this is the WV Fun Fold card. So that'll be going out in the next project sheet email. This was the one I'd done prior to the video, and this was the one we did during the video. These are some of the new products that are in the online exclusives. So if you go to stampin'up.com and go to online exclusives, you'll see a bunch of products that are not available in the catalogs, including our kits. But also they just added a bunch of dies, embossing folders, couple bundles, this gorgeous paper, and then another gorgeous paper. So you're going to want to check out all of those things. You can go to my blog, SueStampfield.com, click on shop, and check them all out. Okay, all right, we might be using this. My helper puts washi tape on because she likes to emboss the piece exactly as my sample is. She's so precise. I love her. So shout out to Cheryl. So we're going to use some new products tonight. There are 4. There are 4. There are supposed to be 4. Clearly there are only 3 because gosh dang it. There's one that has gone rogue in my stamp room. It's driving me crazy, you guys. All right, we'll either uncover it on my desk or it's across the room at my die cutting station. It's one of those 2 spots. I can show you what it cut because I did do that. All right, so these are the Elegant Border dies, and we're going to play with these tonight. These are a new product that are added to the online exclusives. They won't be going to a catalog. They'll be available online. If you go online and they're shown in the store, excuse me, and if it says currently unavailable underneath it, then that means that just means that it's currently unavailable. No, that means that they've run out of stock temporarily and they're ordering more, and they'll be restocking that. If you go to the store and it's just gone, it means it's sold out and it won't be back. The online exclusives are a new thing that Stampin' Up! Is doing. It gives them the flexibility to add more new products more often and outside of a catalog. So I'm excited. Oh, I found it, you guys. I found it. It's our first official find it of tonight. There we go. Let's take a sip, everyone. Now, wonderful Jennifer Walsh, my moderator. Hey, Jennifer, has dropped the item code for you. So if you're a demonstrator, you would go to the demonstrator website, the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator website, and you would place your order there because then you get your demonstrator discount for everyone else. I'm going to make sure all my lights are on. Yeah, they are. Okay. So you would just put in that item number that's on the screen right now. And anyone else, you can go online and go shopping in the online exclusives and you'll find them listed there. So we have the 4 different ones, and these are kind of a unique product in that they cut on one edge, and that's because they're meant to be decorative edges or borders. So we're going to have a little play with these tonight. We are going to be creating this card together, friends, because yeah, it's going to be I don't have it done. So we're going to create together. So we've got the 4 different ones here. This one. So when we have new product, one of my downline, one of my team members, Rachel Tessman from Stamp Your Art Out. Shout out to Rachel. She's fabulous. She has been, gosh, how long has she been? She's been with me over 20 years. She and I, Rachel and I, overnight the product, and we share it with our teams in special little box parties. And we shared these, and she called this. Once I say it, you guys are not going to be able to say it. She said the mustache die. Do you see it? Like, right? Doesn't it kind of look like a mustache? Anyway, that cracks me up every time I see it. Now I'm going to think of it as the mustache. Mustache die. So let's go ahead and see what these look like. We're going to just dive right in and do a little cutting. I've got a piece of basic white here. I've got 3 of them actually. We're going to cut 3. And then this one is, I'm finding to be a little bit unique. So I'm going to share some, another way that I would recommend you would use this one. But these 3, I'm going to use these 1 3/4 by 5.5 inch strips of basic white. What die cutting machine do I want? I didn't try it with the mini. I tried it with the big one, but let's see what the mini does. These are pretty big dies, so we'll see how we roll. I'm going to take my little mini machine here. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to add my plates. All right, so let's grab the mustache. I must ask you a question. There we go. So your desk is always a mess. All right. So good. Joe can relate to me. So my desk was wearing the mustache die. You were absolutely right. It was buried in a bunch of stuff. There's a shocker, right? Gosh, that never happens around here. It was hiding actually under some more new dies. These are some new dies that are also part of that online exclusive. They're really cool. We'll have to play with these next time. These are called the Radiating Stitches dies. And I had shown these on my team exclusive video. And yeah, they were covering it. Somehow this got slipped under that. Don't ask me how these things happen. I have no idea. All right, friends, let's go ahead and die cut this. So this is cut the width of a standard card. Why am I? All right, I'm going to strategically go up, and then you're going to see my piles of stuff because I've got piles of stuff. All right. Like I said, I've been creating. So the trick with these dies, or the thing that you need to know, is that one side of the die cuts and one side of the die does not. And you do want to be strategic when you lay it on your paper and make sure that the side that cuts is close to the edge and the side that doesn't is not close to the edge. And I did it wrong earlier. When I come across that boo-boo, I'll show you what I did. But how do you tell? So when I look at this, I'm going to zoom way in here. Okay, that's as close as I can get, and hopefully it's not too blurry. So you can see a raised edge here, right? Whereas on this side, can you see there is no raised edge right here? This is the side that it just cuts the detail, not the edging. So you want to look for the one continuous raised edge, and that's going to be the one that cut. So on the mustache, it's the top of the mustache. That's going to be the bottom edge of your cardstock. So I'm going to line that up with the bottom edge of my strip of cardstock here. And I'm going to just center this as best I can on my paper. And then I'm going to grab a Post-it note and just tack that down. Okay. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. I can't wait to cut this. All right. So I've got my center plate pulled back. My top plate and my bottom plate are matching up with the center one offset a little bit. That's going to give me a little head start in the machine. And then I'm going to put my hand on top, give some pressure while I crank through the little mini machine. Here we go. You can certainly do this in the bigger machine. Now, these long dies like this cut much easier if you go the long way, and that's why I'm designing the cards that way. So I'm going to pull this up because I centered it. these little wings on the outside or off the edge of my paper. And there we have, let me bring in a piece of dark cardstock to put behind so you can see how gorgeous this is. It no longer looks like a mustache, hopefully, right? So there we have that beautiful edge. Isn't that absolutely stunning? So pretty. So that is one of them. Should we see what the other ones look like? Let's do it. All right, so we're going to take this one now. This is kind of a scrolly border here. Probably come up with a better name for that when I'm more rested. I'm tired today. I took a long walk, and it was lovely to take a long walk because it's not snowing here today in Minnesota. And that is going to change over the next 4 days. I think it's going to snow for 4 days. So we dogs and I got out today. So once again, I want to find which edge is going to cut. So on this one, it's not the scallopy one. Let me zoom in again. Can you see how that's just flat? There's no raised little cutting piece there. Whereas this edge is the one that's got that raised cutting. So this is the one that I want close to the flat edge of my paper. And again, I'm going to center it on my paper, and I like to just secure it with a Post-it note so that it doesn't slide, especially in my little mini machine here. There we go. And again, the size of paper I chose to use is 1 3/4 by 5.5. Yeah, the mini is actually a mighty machine. It really is. But you can see, of course, you wouldn't be able to go crossways with this die and cut on this little mini machine. But you know what? You're not going to want to do that anyway. First of all, it takes a ton of hand strength. And second of all, it does not cut very well. It's much easier for the machine to cut it when it goes the long way through. All right, so we got this crank through. Oh, I'm excited. Are you excited? I want to see what this one looks like. Oh, I might have got it too close to the edge. I got it really close. Oh, we're fine. All right, so let's peel this away. You want to rip it. It's such a beautiful, oh, that is gorgeous too. This one is a little more like, I want to say Art Deco. Is that the word I'm looking for, you guys? Art Deco, is that what you would call that? Let's clean that out so we can really see how pretty that is. Hang on. I gotta find well, it's found. It's just messy. So, but that's okay. We can take another sip. I'm getting thirsty. Take a sip, everyone. Because I found my die brush sponge and my die brush here so that I can just get out these little extra bits. Yeah, isn't that just gorgeous? So pretty, right? So pretty. I agree with you. You need them. I needed them anyway, Jean. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I think they were sized for either any of our markets to be able to use them, right? So they're versatile, so they will work with either size cardstock. I am using 8.5 by 11. Our European markets use A4 and South Pacific as well. All right, so we've got those two. Boom, boom. Let's do one more. So I'm going to clean off my plate here. My little die brush. I am making a mess. You know I'm crafting if I'm making a mess, right? Again, you're not doing it right if you're too tidy about it. Oh, maybe you are, but that's not how I roll. Okay, so we got 1 3/4 by 5.5. One more time. Now this is the one I messed up earlier. So I assumed wrongly that this side was the side that cut. You can see it certainly doesn't. There's nothing there. It's just flat. Zoom up a little bit more. This side is the side that has that cutting edge, and I can feel it with my hand. So I'll cut this the right way, and then I'll show you how not to do it. All right, so that's the curvy ones are the cutting edge. And I'm going to lay this on my paper, and again, see if my Post-it note has one more round left in it. I think it does. It's got a little bit of life left in it here. All right, and let's send this one through. My water bottle is in my way. Oh, I'm going through all crooked and wonky. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. All right, I'm going to set this aside. Sure you are, Sue. There's no room at the end. How long have we not had sound? Oh, goodness. I am so sorry about that. I think I'm back now. My mic was muted. I have no idea how my mic got muted, but it was about a minute and a half. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Let me back up a little bit. Where did I get through, Jennifer? Was I talking about this big die and what didn't work with it? Let me just reiterate that really quickly since you cut the third die. Okay, so the big one is a little bit different. I tried to cut it from a piece of cardstock in the big machine. I had tried to cut it this direction. I do not recommend that. For one thing, it is very, very hard to crank through a solid piece of metal. Really easy to go through this way, very hard to go through this way. The other issue I had was it didn't cut. I tried it twice and it still didn't cut. I would have had to do it multiple times. And because I was doing a whole card, I couldn't really go at an angle, which isn't a great way to get your detailed dies to cut better. So I do not recommend this. What I do recommend is taking a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch sheet. When you place the mini on the floor, the sound was lost. How weird is that? When you so this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I cut it because the way that this one cuts, it has this beautiful curve here. So my thinking was for this one is my card would look something like this. I have a 5 1/2 by, it was 8 1/2, but I chopped some of it off. So let's see what it is now. Oh goodness. Don't tell me I don't have my big ruler. I have this little 6-inch ruler. That's not big enough. So it's bigger than 6 inches. I'm going to say it's 6 1/2 inches. All right, hang on. Let me find the big ruler. Hang on. Found it. All right, take a sip, everyone. It's now working. Okay, hallelujah. All right, so this piece is, oh, it's not 6 1/2. Oh, good thing I checked. It's 6 3/4 by 5 1/2. And I don't know that you'd have to have this big of a flap. I chose to have that big of a flap. Optional whether you do or not. And then I'm going to take my adhesive, put some adhesive on here, and then I'm going to layer this piece on the front of my card. Again, it's the same width as the card. Super awesome if I could get it straight. Nah, of course I can't. So then you have this beautiful die cut card, or with this beautiful card with the die cut edge, right? Then you can decorate your card. Now you can also do, you can put cardstock behind on the bottom edge of the card to really make that pretty border show up. You also could do some designer series paper. Let me grab one out here. This is another online exclusive. This is the Hello Irresistible paper. So you could do a paper like this, just showing through on the inside. Imagine that's cut down, right? So those are some different ways that you could use this die. A couple people are saying there's no sound again. Sound is back, no sound. What on earth is going on, friends? I am so sorry. Very interesting. So is that a Victor ruler? Yeah, Gina Marie, it's a Victor ruler. Is that's what I need? I don't know if that's what this is. I don't think this is. It's got conversion table on the back with metric. It's a big ruler. All right, so that's what we can do with this one. I'm just keeping an eye on that microphone because it seems to keep wanting to mute itself. It's like it wants me to shut up already. All right, so I have a piece of cardstock here that is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to go ahead and let's clear the deck a little bit here. I didn't even score this one. You know what? We'll just take our bone folder and we will give it a nice crease here. All right, and then I'm going to be attaching my edge. So I actually want to cut off some of my card here. I'm going to cut 1.5 inches off. So found it. It was hiding under my scoring tool. Take a sip, everyone. Okay. Oh, some viewers are just behind. Okay, yeah. All right, good. Phew. All right, so I'm going to cut off. What am I cutting off? 1.5 inch, Sue. 1.5 inches. All right, let's do it. And if that's not right, I'll cut off more, right? All right, so I chopped off 1.5 inches here. And now I can insert my piece. Now, you don't have to cut off that much. This one I'm going to have to trim down a little bit. It's a little bit wider. So that's what that one would look like. I'm doing this one. Okay. So this one is the one that originally I cut wrong. I laid it on my paper thinking this was the edge that this was the edge that didn't cut. And clearly it wasn't. So I got this skinny piece, which, you know, I'll still probably use for something. But if you do it on a wider piece, it gives you more to attach, right? So here's what this one would look like. Oh, I like that one, you guys. All right. And then here is okay, that's the mustache. Actually, you know what? I think this is, which is the one we cut? This is the one we cut. That was an earlier mustache. That's the mustache. And then this is the kind of Art Deco edge right here. So which one should we make a card out of, friends? I'm going to do number 1 is the mustache. Number 2 is the Art Deco. And number 3 is the simpler Art Deco. Let's call it that. So maybe I need to come up with a different name for that one. Janine's on here. Janine, what would we call this one, do you think? I don't know, like Frank Lloyd Wright or something? I'm not really sure. So, I'm seeing lots of votes for the mustache. All right, let's go mustache. Gonna be quick and decisive tonight. And then I will make up cards with these as well, and I will share those on our Sue Stamp Field Facebook group. I'll also put them on my Instagram channel, which is also Sue Stamp Field. I post a card every single day on my Instagram channel. It is true, I do. So I've got some adhesive that I ran across the top of my card. Move all the stuff, Sue. All right. And I'm just going to adhere that. You can leave as much or as little space as you want. Mine is a little bit wider than my card. I think I might have cut this card a skosh smaller than the 5.5, but that's okay. I will take my handy dandy scissors and just fix that. All right. So there we have our card. Now I'm envisioning, like I said, yeah, we're doing this one together, friends, because I didn't know what we were going to make. Okay, so on the front, I want to do an embossed panel. One option we have is from the annual catalog. That is the eucalyptus embossing folders. There is another, the name of the edge dies are right here. They're called Elegant Border Dies, and they are in the online exclusives at stampinup.com. And so we can do the eucalyptus, or we can do another online exclusive, and we can do one of the new folders. So let me know in the comments if you want to do the new or the old. New or old. It's not very old, but we'll still call it new or old because that's easier to say. Jennifer is going to pop in that item number one more time for us for these absolutely stunning dies. While you all are voting on one or two, I am going to cut a piece of white for us to emboss here. So my upper portion is 2 3/4 by 5.5, and I want it to be a little bit smaller. So I'm going to cut it at 2.5 by 5.25. All right. I'm just going to do it over here. All right, let's see if I cut it right. Sorry, I just did it off camera, so I didn't have to clean the spot. All right, so that is going to go right there. 2.5 by 5.25. New or old, new or old. It's pretty much a toss-up, you guys. Nope, I'm seeing a lot more olds. All right, we're going to go with the eucalyptus. So I think I'm going to make an executive decision on this one. I love this one, but for this card, I'm going to do this one. And hey, Jennifer and the other of my Stampfield Stars divas, my directs that are watching, we're going to be using this on our project on Friday. So that's hence the washi tape on there. So, all right, let's go ahead and pop this in. Now, of course, as you can see, this is these skinnier folders come with 2 in the pack. That's why you get them both. You get them both. What are they called? Elegant Eucalyptus, I want to say. Maybe Jennifer can drop us the item number for that. Maybe she already did and I missed it. Probably not because we were voting. So if you did, Jennifer, could you pop up the Elegant Eucalyptus number for us again? That would be fabulous. This is a 3D embossing folder, so I'm going to pop my paper in there, and I like to close it and then just check and see where the design is, and you can shift it at that point. You can also use this line at the end for placement to get things straight. Seeing if that looks pretty centered. Can almost see better from the backside. I think that's pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and crank this through. Oh yeah, Becky, those new embossing folders with the vellum is lovely. My friend in Australia, Linda Dalkey, did one of those, I think, just recently. All right, so I'm going to pull this out here. And I'm going to see if I can locate. Okay, this is a standard embossing folder. That's not what I want. This one is a 3D embossing folder. That is what I want. So it tells me that I need to find my folders. All right, so I need the number 1 plate right here. I need my paper and my folder, and then I need my number 4 plate right here. And insert embossing folder hinge first, it says. So I will follow the rules. I don't always do that. Kind of bad about that, honestly. So let's crank this through. All right. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, so pretty, right? I feel like these folders have gotten totally overlooked in the annual catalog. So they've been around since that came out, but they're easily overlooked. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here. Sometimes with the 3D folders, I put it actually on my cardstock, but this particular folder, because it does an image or a shape instead of an Oliver pattern, it doesn't seem to affect the paper as strongly. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in right there. Okay, and there's our card. And then we're just going to add our sentiment. Now I'm also going to cut this same size of panel for the inside of my card so that I have a place to write or stamp my greeting or whatever. So let's recap what that dimension was again. It was 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. So all right. Again, oh, I'm cutting really badly. All right, Susan, hang on. I'm trying to hurry. All right. You know what? I'm just going to do it over here because that is not working. All right. Let's try that again, friends. 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. That was right, wasn't it? I think so. Yes, that looks right. So that way, because I want to put that inside panel in a spot that's not going to show from the outside, because I want that that decorative edge to really pop. Now, the other thing that we could do on this, I'm going to not put this in until I stamp on it. We also could add a ribbon across the front. That is totally up to you. I know some of you are not ribbon fans. I'm not even sure if we're going to like it or not. But we do have this beautiful navy ribbon that is from the mini catalog. So that would be an option to add the ribbon. So I'm going to ask you folks, should we add the ribbon or should we leave it out? And Jennifer has given us that elegant eucalyptus item number. Thank you so much, Jennifer. It's in the annual catalog. And oh, thanks, Sue. Yes, I have new nails today, and they're not even, they're different. They're different. They're kind of pink. They seemed kind of springy, right? And it is not here, spring here in Minnesota. I would just like to reiterate, it is so not spring here. It's warm today, but we're just drowning in snow right now, and we got more coming. So there we go. All right, I am seeing more people voting for ribbon. That's awesome. I love ribbon. Let's go ahead and add some ribbon. So this ribbon, what in the heck is this called? Oh, it is called Night of Navy bordered ribbon. It is in the mini catalog. Now, keep in mind that the mini catalog and the annual catalog are both going to be ending at the end of April, very early May. So if there are products that you want in those catalogs, I would strongly recommend that you don't wait too long, because when the retired list comes out at the end of March, some items are going to sell out very, very quickly. Now, there are some items that are in back order in that mini that we are waiting for them to come back in stock. So if there's something you're waiting for, you can shoot me an email, susan@suestampfield.com. And oops, that's not it. That's where my tutorials are. Oh, here it is. Now I get the right one. And I will let you know when that item is back in stock so that you can order it in my online store. All right, we're going to hide that. Go back to comments. So we've got our ribbon. We're going to add a sentiment to this card. What time are we? Okay, what do I want to do for a sentiment? What have I got on my desk? So that's how I wonder what color this is. Almost looks like it might be navy. I could easily grab this piece of paper, but not so easily. I don't even know if I need a sentiment on the. Maybe I want to leave it. I might want to just put a sentiment on the inside. I think I will. I think the front is too pretty to cover up. I think I'm going to leave it just elegant and pretty. So I'm going to do this. This is one of my favorite happy birthdays. I love this happy birthday so much. What set is this from? This set is from Shaded Summer. It is got some other lovely stamps, and I'm going to kind of stamp it towards the top so that I have room to sign my card. Okay, I'm going in, you guys. I'm gonna dig in the big, huge, giant pile of stamps that when I get creative, I just pull everything out. I just pull it all out. I don't put anything back. And yeah. And then pretty soon I have this tower, and then it all collapses and things go crazy. All right. I'm just looking to see if I can, because I kind of want the flower from the set. Where the heck is it? Seriously. All right, it's not there. I dug through everything. It must be on this side then. Unless I actually put it away. No, that couldn't be right. Let me look on my shelf. All right, I can't find it. Nope, it's not put away. It's not where it belongs. Oh, Susan and your messes. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm not going to put a flower on this. I have other flowers I could use, but I really wanted to use the Shaded Summer. Dang. All right. Well, I'll find it. At some point, I'll find it, and then I'll take a sip, and at home you'll be like, I think I should take a sip right now. I think she found it. All right. There's our happy birthday. And there is just a simple, elegant card. You absolutely could add pearls or whatever, but I don't think it needs it with these beautiful, beautiful, elegant dies. So, so that is just some suggestions of things that you can make with the elegant border dies. I'm going to make this one up into a card, and we'll share that on my other social media channels. And this one is, so like for doing it for this card, it didn't work as well because you end up with this kind of half circle here that you could put a greeting on. That would actually work. But I think it's really pretty just with a white card to have that elegant lacy border. Perfect for weddings, anniversaries, all sorts of things, right? So, and then of course we have our other two. Let's not forget them because they are super cute as well. So many possibilities. So that is just a quick little tour of the elegant border dies. So I'm going to flip the camera around. Oh, it reminds you of your daughter's wedding invitations. Yeah, it's got a really oh, you know what, I'm going to close this before I get in trouble. I can just see me dipping that white card in there, can't you? Okay, I'm going to flip the camera. There we go. Well, I'm going to go find my Shaded Summer set because who knows, but when I found it, everyone, we'll take a little sip together. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Remember that the WV project sheet is going out in tomorrow's email. And once again, you can subscribe to that. Did I say tomorrow? Ooh, whoops, that's the wrong one. You can subscribe to the free project sheet emails there. Tomorrow or Thursday, that's my goal. So tomorrow or Thursday, that will be going out. So thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. Have a great evening, and we will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.